You may not give much thought to the milk you use in your morning coffee or the kind you add to your oatmeal. But what if I told you that the milk sitting in your fridge could be working against you, weakening your heart, stressing your brain, and even hastening the aging of your bones? It sounds dramatic, but for seniors over 65, it is more than just a theory. It is a growing concern that is supported by science. A recent study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition discovered that several common types of milk, which are often thought to be healthy, may actually increase the risk of chronic inflammation, high blood pressure, poor digestion, and cognitive decline. Worse, these effects frequently go unnoticed until the damage has been done. You may be feeling more tired recently. Perhaps your digestion is feeling a little off. Perhaps you have noticed subtle changes in memory or a little stiffness in your joints. These are not just signs of aging. They could be warning signs that the milk you rely on is no longer good for you. But here's the good news. Just one simple change, one mindful decision about the milk you drink every day, could help improve your sleep, digestion, heart health, and mental clarity. It might help you feel lighter, sharper, and more energized. All by changing the contents of your glass. In this guide, we will go over the 3 types of milk that seniors should avoid, no matter how familiar they may appear. In addition, we will introduce you to 3 powerful, nourishing alternatives that are especially beneficial to aging bodies. And stay with us until the end, because one lesser-known milk that most people overlook may actually help slow cellular aging. It is that powerful, and you are entitled to know. Before we begin, if you have been feeling this, not weakness, but a quiet question rising inside you, please stay with us. Subscribe to After 50, where getting older does not imply becoming smaller. It means becoming wiser, stronger, and continuing to move forward. Let us start. We start with the first milk, which many seniors still consider to be the gold standard. Whole milk, the classic, the comforting, the nostalgic. Many older adults associate whole milk with breakfast tables, childhood meals, or warm kitchen moments shared with family. It looks and feels natural. It gives me a good feeling. It just feels right. However, there is a subtle threat lurking behind that creamy, familiar taste. In a single 8-ounce cup of whole milk, there are over 4.5 grams of saturated fat. That is important. While a younger body may process that without difficulty, the aging body has different requirements. Your metabolism slows after the age of 60. Your arteries start stiffening. Your heart works harder now than it used to. When you consume that amount of saturated fat on a daily basis, it gradually builds up into something dangerous. According to Harvard research, older adults who drink whole milk on a regular basis increase their risk of cardiovascular events by up to 18%. That is not a minor risk. There is a clock ticking. You may not immediately notice the effects. Perhaps you feel a little short of breath after walking, a tightness in your chest that you ignore, or an unusual feeling of fatigue. However, these are more than just signs of aging. They could be indications that your heart is under stress. That is not the end of it. Whole milk has a high caloric content. It does add up. Over time, it can cause weight gain, which is especially dangerous for seniors who are already experiencing mobility or muscle loss. Extra pounds put pressure on joints. They increase the risk of developing insulin resistance. They chip away at your independence gradually. Lactose intolerance is something many seniors overlook. As we get older, our bodies produce less of the enzyme lactase. This makes it more difficult to digest milk. You may not feel ill, but you may feel bloated, sluggish, or overly full. After a glass of milk, you may not realize it is the milk. That familiar cup from childhood may now be stealing your energy and jeopardizing your gut. So, while whole milk may appear innocent, even comforting, it frequently carries more risk than reward. However, it is not necessary to sacrifice comfort. It is about redefining it in a way that benefits your health today. But if whole milk is not the answer, what about the rich, sweet milk that so many of us enjoy in coffee and desserts? The next one might surprise you because it is found in almost every pantry, but it is far more dangerous than most people realize. Sugared condensed milk. You are familiar with it. Indulgent, thick, creamy texture. a teaspoon in your coffee, a drizzle over your favorite pudding, or a key ingredient in cherished family recipes. It is tasty, it provides comfort, it brings back memories of cozy kitchens and holidays past, but it is also a sugar bomb. Just 1 tablespoon contains about 10 grams of added sugar. Most people use far more in a single serving without even realizing it. The problem is that our aging bodies are far less capable of handling such concentrated sweetness. For seniors with prediabetes, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes, condensed milk quickly raises blood sugar levels, putting enormous strain on the pancreas. This can be especially hazardous. It accelerates the process of deteriorating glucose control. However, it is not only about blood sugar, it is about the effects sugar has on your entire system. Chronic sugar consumption leads to systemic inflammation. It suppresses your immune system. It interferes with digestion. Most concerning of all, it ages your brain. Because of the close relationship between insulin resistance and cognitive decline, some researchers now refer to Alzheimer's disease as type 3 diabetes. The little swirl of sweetness in your coffee. It could be quietly interfering with memory concentration and clarity. You may notice it in subtle ways, such as misplacing your keys more frequently, having difficulty recalling a word, or feeling foggy after eating. These are not always normal signs of aging. Sometimes their nutritional red flags indicate that your brain is under attack, and it does not stop there. Condensed milk can also be harmful to your digestive system. Its thick, syrupy texture slows digestion, frequently causing bloating, irregularity, and sluggishness, which is not what your mornings or life require. There is also the heart to consider. Sugar harms blood vessels, raises triglyceride levels, and stiffens arteries. All of this adds to the existing risks that seniors face. As a result, while it may appear to be a minor indulgence, the cost accumulates gradually but steadily. You deserve better, but some people may think, fine, I will go dairy-free. I will go with a light plant-based milk instead. This brings us to the third milk you should avoid, and it may be the most misleading of all, rice milk. It seems to be healthy. It is derived from plants. It is frequently described as gentle or easy to digest. But here's the reality. Rice milk is one of the least nutritionally dense choices available. It contains very little protein, less than 1 g per cup. This is critical because your body's ability to maintain muscle mass rapidly declines after age 60. Without enough protein, your muscles shrink, your strength fades, your balance suffers, and your risk of falls and fractures increases dramatically. Worse, rice milk may contain inorganic arsenic, a naturally occurring element absorbed from soil. Small amounts. Arsenic exposure can over time stress the kidneys, burden the liver, and even increase the risk of cancer. This is an unacceptable risk for seniors whose detoxification systems are already overburdened. There is also another issue with blood sugar. Despite its mild flavor, rice milk has a very high glycemic index. It rapidly raises your glucose without providing fiber or nutrients to mitigate the effect. It is just a waste of energy. Fast combustion is unstable and unsatisfactory. Some brands even include sugar, which exacerbates the problem. So, while rice milk may appear safe, even harmless, it frequently provides too little of what you need and too much of what you don't. You have witnessed the dangers. Rice milk, condensed milk, and whole milk. But now let us talk about solutions. In the next section, we will look at 3 effective alternatives that will truly nourish your muscles, protect your memory, support your heart, and even restore restful sleep. One type of milk in particular may help slow cellular aging, according to researchers. You will not want to miss what comes next. You have just learned about the 3 milks to avoid, which may be stealing your energy, harming your heart, and quietly speeding up aging. Now, let us turn the page. Let us look at 3 nourishing, protective, and revitalizing options that will help you feel stronger, lighter, and more vibrant every day. These are the types of milk that actually benefit you. Not only will it fill your glass, but it will also benefit your bones, brain, digestion, and sleep. Let us start with one of the most underappreciated senior health advocates. Soy milk that has gone through fermentation. Not the same as regular soy milk. Fermented because the fermentation process releases its true healing power. Protein, as we get older, becomes more than just a nutrient. It serves as a lifeline. Muscles weaken, bones become more fragile, and each step we take is increasingly dependent on the strength we have managed to retain. Fermented soy milk is a complete protein source. It contains all 9 of the amino acids your body requires to rebuild and protect muscle mass. That alone makes it a valuable ally for seniors seeking to maintain independence, balance, and mobility. But this is just the beginning. Soy contains isoflavones, which are naturally occurring compounds. These gentle plant-based molecules mimic estrogen in the body without the negative effects of synthetic hormones. This can help older adults, particularly postmenopausal women, maintain bone density and reduce the risk of fractures. According to research, these compounds may have a protective effect on brain health. They may aid in memory retention, slow mental decline, and even lower the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. It nourishes both your muscles and your mind in one glass. But why did it ferment? Because fermentation improves the digestibility of soybeans. As we get older, digestion slows and nutrient absorption suffers. Fermented soy is already partially broken down, so your body can access more nutrients with less digestive effort. And now for the bonus. Fermentation produces naturally occurring probiotics. These beneficial bacteria improve gut health, boost your immune system, and have been linked to improved mood and sleep quality. Fermented soy milk has a naturally low cholesterol and saturated fat content. It promotes heart health without the need for medication or restriction. This milk adapts to your routine, supports your system, and boosts your energy, whether you sip it cold, warm it gently, pour it into coffee, or cook with it. It is an understated powerhouse. It is the first of 3 steps toward rebuilding from the inside out. The next milk on our list is light, simple, and deceptively strong. Almond milk, without any added sugar. At first glance, almond milk appears almost too light to be significant. It is thin, subtle, and easy to ignore. But beneath its smooth texture, there is a nutrient profile tailored to older bodies. Almond milk contains almost no cholesterol and no saturated fat. Instead, it contains monounsaturated fats that are good for your heart, similar to olive oil. These fats help lower bad LDL cholesterol and support artery flexibility and circulation for seniors with high blood pressure or a history of heart disease, making almond milk a daily act of protection. But that is not it. Unsweetened almond milk contains vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for aging brains. Vitamin E aids in the defense against oxidative stress, which harms brain cells and contributes to cognitive decline. Indeed, studies show that seniors who consume more vitamin E tend to have slower memory loss and greater mental clarity. Almond milk is also very gentle on the digestive system. It is lactose-free and low in calories, making it ideal for seniors with sensitive stomachs, bloating, or weight management issues. Because it is so versatile, it can be used in smoothies, cereals, oatmeal, or even as a substitute in your favorite baking recipes. But keep it unsweetened. Sweetened almond milk is frequently loaded with added sugars, which negate many of the advantages we have just discussed. Look for unsweetened on the label to reap all of the benefits while avoiding blood sugar spikes. Light in calories, high in antioxidants, easy on the body, and beneficial to the heart and brain. Unsweetened almond milk is not just a fad. It is a gentle shift in how we feed ourselves. There is still one more option to consider. It is luxurious. It is rich and creamy. It is relaxing. It could also be the most comforting milk for aging bodies, both inside and out. Oat milk fortified with calcium. You might not expect much from oats, but when properly fortified, oat milk provides a blend of nutrients that speak directly to senior health needs. Calcium comes first. As you get older, your bones start to lose density. Osteoporosis is a slow onset process that is one of the leading causes of fractures, reduced mobility, and loss of independence in older adults. Oat milk, which is fortified with calcium and vitamin D, helps to slow this process. It provides your body with the building blocks it requires to maintain bone structure and lower the risk of fracture. However, beta-glucan, another powerful tool, is also present in oat milk. Beta-glucan is a soluble fiber found in oats that aids in the removal of excess cholesterol from the body. It binds to it, sweeps it away, and naturally lowers your total cholesterol burden with no side effects. For seniors who are concerned about their heart health, oat milk is a quiet but reliable ally. And then there is digestion. Oat milk is gentle, creamy, and lactose-free. It promotes regularity and relieves digestive discomfort, which can be life-changing for older adults suffering from bloating, constipation, or irregularity. However, perhaps the most underappreciated advantage is emotional. A warm glass of oat milk before bedtime is deeply comforting. It is not just about taste, it is about the way it calms the nervous system, signals safety to your body, and encourages sleep rather than stress. That comfort is as effective as any nutrient. So, while oat milk may appear simple, it is one of the most powerful tools available to seniors. It helps to strengthen the bones, it shields the heart, it aids digestion and promotes relaxation. Let us take a brief pause. You have now witnessed both sides. Whole milk, condensed milk, rice milk, and fermented soy, unsweetened almond, calcium-fortified oat milk are all milks that silently harm you. But what happens when we put this knowledge to use? When we make wise choices every day? That is where the transformation begins. In the final segment of this video, we will show you how these small daily decisions, such as what you pour into your cup, can help slow down cellular aging, protect your independence, and restore the vitality that once seemed lost. Let us bring everything together. When we are young, we often take strength for granted. We are resilient, we advance, we recover unconsciously. But as we get older, the rules shift. Every decision carries more weight. Every meal either advances our healing or slowly erodes it. That includes something as simple as the milk we select. Because milk is not just a drink, it is a daily occurrence. It makes its way into our tea, cereal, and baked goods. It is part of our comfort, culture, and care. So consider what happens if we upgrade that ritual, when we nourish, restore, and balance our bodies rather than infusing them with inflammation, saturated fat, or sugar. According to science, small consistent changes like these have a significant impact on cellular health. This means your blood contains fewer inflammatory markers. This indicates improved insulin sensitivity. That means lower blood pressure, more stable energy, and better digestion. Above all, it entails safeguarding the most critical systems that keep you independent: muscles, bones, brain, and heart. Avoiding harmful milks such as whole milk, condensed milk, and rice milk relieves strain on your cardiovascular system. You reduce your chances of having a stroke, a heart attack, or losing your cognitive ability. When you choose healing milks such as fermented soy, unsweetened almond, and calcium-fortified oat, you help with nutrient absorption, gut health, immune function, memory retention, and bone integrity. These are not just health recommendations, these are tools for liberation. Because strength is more than just lifting weights and walking fast. Strength is also the ability to get out of your chair without pain, to carry groceries, to sleep soundly, to remember your daughter's voice on the phone, and to enjoy a meal while knowing it is helping you rather than hurting you. This is the kind of strength we are talking about, and it starts with small, everyday decisions. So, as you reach into the fridge tomorrow morning, pause, take a breath, remember what you have learned here, and make the decision that your future self will thank you for. That glass of milk could be either a comfort or a risk. It could be a cause of inflammation or healing. Choose the one that helps you on your journey, not the one that holds you back. And to conclude today's video, here's one more powerful note. Researchers are currently investigating how fermented plant-based milks, particularly those with added probiotics and antioxidants, can help slow the rate of cellular aging. That includes more than just fewer wrinkles and stronger bones. It means your body is continuing to repair itself better. This means that your cells are more resistant to damage. It means you remain sharper, more stable, and more resilient, not only in the physical body but also in the mind and spirit. So milk is more than just milk. It is either the beginning of daily decline or daily repair. Make wise choices, drink wisely, and live wisely. If today's guide spoke to something deep within you, a quiet knowing that it is time to reclaim your health, leave a comment below and tell us what you are going to change starting today. Was oat milk used instead of condensed milk? Or perhaps try fermented soy in your morning smoothie? Or finally saying goodbye to whole milk that is no longer good for you? Please contact us. We are with you and listening. If you found this information useful, please leave a comment with the code Y1. If not, simply type 0. We will continue to improve. And do not forget to subscribe to Senior Fit because we believe that aging is more than just slowing down. It is about moving forward smarter, stronger, and more collaboratively. Thanks for watching, and here's to the next chapter of your health, one thoughtful sip at a time.